Welcome back to East Texas Now. I'm your host, Leo Cavetto, and your time is 11:01. And joining us here in studio live is Billy Diaz, the president of Tyler Area Gays, here to talk with us about an upcoming event that you guys are holding that sounds like a lot of fun. It is a pet-friendly edition of your annual spring rainbow market, and it's called, funny enough, the Rain Bone
Yeah.
Market. So, talk to us a little bit about what this event is.
Yeah, so we have quarterly events to bring the community out, and like you said, our next one is pet themed. It's going to be on Saturday the 14th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we've got a whole bunch of vendors that are mostly like pet themed. We're going to have bandanas, we're going to have some laser engravers that are going to make magnets and keychains of your pets. Hollywood Feed will be there. And we're also going to have our usual host of nonprofits there for the community giving out information. And we're even going to have special health resources out doing free testing.
Gotcha. And now, tell me a little bit more about how this event came to be. Where did this rainbow theme come from?
Well, we have a social committee that meets once a month to come up with all these themes. And one of our previous social chairs worked with the SPCA and with Therapet, and she kind of brought it to our attention. And we started planning. Unfortunately, she had to step away from the board, but we kept going with it, and we have grown it. We've got over 25 vendors signed up. We're going to have food trucks, and we're just super excited. Most of us have pets, so it's something that's kind of dear to our heart, and yeah, we're excited.
Now, this I think is the first edition of the Rainbow specifically,
Correct.
but the Rainbow Market has been around for a while. Tell us, how long has this event taken place? For how many years?
Oof. So I've been back with the organization for about 3 years, but we've been running it for longer than that. We brought it down to quarterly, and then one of our events is the Pride in June. We have Rose City Pride June 20th, and that kind of brings even more. All our vendors from all our different markets and all around town in East Texas come together for that. And then we're going to have a fall version of our Rainbow Market as well.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun too. Now, talk to us about what attendees can expect. You already mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I heard that there's going to be, local vendors, there's going to be food trucks, and you mentioned also some dog-friendly businesses. Tell us a little
Yes.
bit more about all that.
Yeah, so we've got, there's going to be doggy clothes and bandanas. We have one vendor that is coming out, and they do magnets, so you can send them pictures of your dogs, and they will print you out magnets right then and there. We Hollywood Feed, like I said, is going to be coming out. Some of the nonprofits are also bringing pet themed events. We have one of the gardening groups here in town is going to be bringing pet friendly plants and information. So yeah, and all kinds of stuff. We also have stuff for people as well. We'll have the nonprofits, the food trucks, and like freeze dried candy, all kinds of stuff.
Nice, nice. Now, this event, is this just going to be to get the community together to have some fun, or will this event also help raise funds and benefit the mission of TAG?
So everything we do does help us raise funds to further our mission, which is just outreach in the community to educate and support the LGBT plus community here in East Texas. It's also helping fund our community outreach programs, which we have several actually. This afternoon, we are packing Easter eggs for the Texas Special Children's Project group out of Longview. We also have, at the end of the month, we have our quarterly tag bag event, which is where we put seasonal supply bags for the unhoused population here in town. We go out and distribute them under the bridge. We are actually currently collecting donations and wish list items for that. And then we're going to distribute at Church Under the Bridge on March 29th. And we also have a scholarship that we're about to launch for anybody that's going to secondary education. And so all these events, once any of the profits go towards funding all of that.
All right, well, that sounds great. Now, before we go ahead and tell our viewers all the need to know details: date and time, location. Do they need to register ahead of the event? What should they know?
So if you are going to be a vendor, you do need to register. We do still have openings. The event, Rainbow Market, is going to be Saturday, March 14th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. right at Bergfeld Park, right there on the corner. And if you want to just come and look and shop, no need to register, just show up. But if you want to be a vendor, we do still have spaces.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on to our show, Billy Diaz, the president of Tyler Area Gays. That Rainbow Market happening next weekend at Bergfeld Park in Tyler. Thank you so much for coming on our show.